This video will help you learn how to add date and time on video. We will be using the OBS Studio method to accomplish this task, and you will be learning both the Lua script method and the HTTP Chroma Key method. After watching this video, you will learn how to apply other cool effects using these techniques. OBS is a killer program. If you're new to my channel, I provide super fun tutorials on OBS Studios, YouTube tips and tricks, and other video and hardware to boost subscribers and views for your channel. Subscribe and we will get some together. Okay, I'm going to already assume that you have OBS Studio installed on your computer. If you don't, you can check out this tutorial here and it will clearly explain how to install it. Now, the first method on how to add date and time on video is the Lua script method. And what it looks like is this. Check it out. It gives you many different options. For example, you can plug in the time. You can use the 24 or the 12-hour method, military or non-military. You can add AM, PM. You can add the day. You can also abbreviate the day if you wish. The month, the day, and the year. And you don't have to use 2020, you can just use the last two digits in the year if you wish. So we're going to go over how to get this installed and sort of review the parameters for this to get you up and running. Here we go. Okay, let's go to obsproject.com. It's the website that keeps you guessing. Go to the Forums button in the upper right-hand corner and scroll down to Scripts. And the script that we want, if you scroll and look for something called Datetime Digital Clock, Datetime Digital Clock, click that. And this is the script. It is a Lua script. If you click the thing to expand it, it gives you some of the parameters or settings that you can apply or show with this digital date and time readout for your videos. So what we're going to do is click the white button here that says go to download. Now, the reason why I say that, OBS has always got you guessing is because just about every script or plugin that they offer has a different set of instructions to install their software into the program. And this is no exception. When you click the download, you don't actually get anything to download. You just get this crazy code and you're like, what the heck am I going to do with this? I don't know. Well, I figured it out. All you have to do is put your cursor in the white of the screen and hit your Control or Command A to select all, and then Control C to copy. That's it, really. And then go into a text file, all right, and paste, and save this as datetime.txt. All right, hit save. And save it to where you know where it is. I usually like to save the stuff in download. Go back into downloads and find that text file. Here we go. And rename the .txt to .lua, which is L-U-A. You have to do that or OBS won't understand what it means. Okay, upon you creating that file, just make sure that you remember where you saved it on your computer because you will have to reference it in OBS. So let's go into OBS right now, and what we want to do is create a text source. It's called text GDI. Just click it and just name it anything you want. In this case, I'll just name it text for date time. All right, and I'll hit OK. And what we're doing right now is defining the color of the text, what the font is, and the size. So what we'll do right now is I'll just type in some dummy text in here, just so that we can see it for now. There it is. It's on the screen in OBS. There it is right there. I'm going to select, I think Arial for now is fine, but what I want to make sure I do is make sure the size is at the largest size available, because if it's too small and you scale it up, sometimes the text can look fuzzy on OBS. So it's a good idea to make it as large as you can. So currently I've got it at 72. I'll scroll down and make sure I change the color to yellow. I'll hit OK and hit OK out of there. Okay, so there's the text. Looks good. And now what we want to do is go into Tools, Subchoice Scripts, and hit the plus button, and it will prompt you to find the Lua script. And here it is here, datetime.lua. Hit Open. And once it's there, then you want to click it. And you'll immediately be shown all the parameters that allow you to display your date and time the way you want it to. But at the bottom, it's asking you what the text source is that we created. We're going to want to assign that source that we created and have it assigned to this script. Unfortunately, the pull down doesn't work for me, so there's nothing to choose from. So I'm just going to go ahead and type it in there. And it was text for date time is what it was called. Hit close, and there you see a rudimentary time placed in there. Now the reason why we don't see what, the date, the day, and the year and all that stuff is because we have not set it up. Now I have a list of all the parameters right here. There's all kinds of stuff that you can choose from, like military time, or whether you want to see the whole year or not, all kinds of stuff. I have already set up my personal choice. Here it is here. I'll put it in the description so you can take a look at it. Hopefully it will allow these special characters in here. If it doesn't, I'll put a link to my website and I'll put it in there for you to use. I'll hit copy, and I will go back into tools, go back into scripts, and see this datetime format field here. I'm going to highlight what's there, hit paste, and close. Now the system shows the full time, PM, AM, dash, the day, full day, the month, the day, and the year. The only thing it won't do is put in 27th TH or 22nd. It doesn't have the intelligence to add the right letters. You could certainly go in there and type them in yourself. So if I went in here and took that comma out and put TH, you could do that, right? But when the day is the 22nd, it will remain with, it'll still continue to show the TH, and that'll look funky. So I think it would be best not to use anything in there. So I'm going to go back into Tools, Scripts, and remove that because it just doesn't make sense to use it. Okay, and hit close. Now the next thing that we're going to do is the HTTP Chroma Key method. It's a little bit simpler than this. It requires that you reach out to a website and show the website's time. So let's do that now. Okay, for those who have Brave, I don't recommend using Brave for this. I would suggest that you open up a Chrome browser. It seems to work a little bit easier. And I want you to go to a website called time.is. And when you get there, I want you to click on the white part of the screen and click Inspect while in Chrome. And look for you'll see the inspector now, and you want to go to the div ID equals main wrapper. Select that on the left, and then go into the background parameter, okay? And we want to select, I think it's F0F. No, not correct. 0F0. And that makes the background green. And you know what we're going to do next, right? We're going to extract that green. So upon doing that, exit out of the Chrome Inspector, and there's the full green background website. Pretty cool. Let's go into OBS, select the plus key in the sources window, and select window capture. And we will type in time. We'll designate this as timer, or time 1, we'll call it. Hit OK. And we're going to select the Chrome browser in this pull down that says window. Let's see if we can find it here. Chrome, there it is. Boom, hit OK. And now we have the window showing the time with a green background. So I think you know what we're going to do next. We're going to isolate that green and make it go away. So we're going to right click on time 1 in the sources window, click filters, then click the plus sign in the lower left hand corner of that window and select Chroma Key. Hit OK, and the system will default to green, and it will remove it right away. Bang, it's gone. Okay, so let's close this, and we're going to shrink the window down so that the big timer is gone and the day and the time is gone. Here we go. So I'm going to hit the Alt key and make the window just show the multiple times here. So I'm holding the Alt key, grabbing these handles here, and just shrinking that view down. All right, good. And we'll leave that there. Now we'll hit the plus key in sources, and we'll do it again. Window capture a second time. We'll type in time 2. Okay. Hit OK. And we will select Chrome again. Hit OK. And this time we're going to isolate the day, month, and year. So we'll grab the handles here while holding the Alt key and just shrink everything down just so that we see the year and year only. Okay, good. Just like that. Okay, we'll put it right above the times. And we will right click on time 2 in the sources window, hit filters, plus key, chroma key, hit OK. And now that is also extracted. Now let's move that day and time and year in some color so we can see it. As you can see, it's not really like crispy clear. It looks kind of weakish in a way. There is a slider called similarity. And if you slide it all the way to the left, you'll start to see that it gets fatter, but it shows some of the green screen. Slide it all the way left and then slide it right until you can just barely not make out any green. Just about like that right there. Looks to be about 1/8 from the right. And we'll hit close. Then we'll go back in and right click on time 2 again. Click filters, and this time we're going to hit the plus key and select color correction. Hit OK. And we're going to click on the color, select color button here, and I'm going to make it yellow and hit OK. And hit close. And there it is. And we'll just drag that down next to the times. And now we'll modify the color of the times. We'll do right click on time 1, hit filters, plus key, color correction, hit OK. And I'm going to make this one green. Okay. Now, as you can see, it's a little bit funky because you can't make out the times anymore. So let's see, what is it? Contrast? There we go. If we turn the contrast up, then the writing comes in. Let's see, saturation. Saturation does make it a little bit better. Let's make it a different color. Let's make it red. There we go. Maybe pink. There you go, that's cool. And I'll hit close. Now you know how to add date and time on video, and now you can add any text or graphic from any website using the Chroma Key filter with OBS. If this video has helped you, give me a thumbs up. It helps the channel tremendously. And if you need any other help with OBS Studios, put the request in comments and I'll make a video for you. Regardless, remember, creator, never give up, keep fighting. Never stop creating content, because if you don't give up, eventually you will win. Stay strong and keep fighting.